Hello and welcome back to the OpenText Summit. We're coming at you live from Bryanston. My name is Zaki Anastasiou, and it's now lunchtime here. People are having some delicious food. They are checking out the different stands. There's a living tree that we've got on display here today. Lots of prizes to give away. But I must say the first morning session of the OpenText Summit has been absolutely amazing. We've had some phenomenal speakers. One of them is sitting right next to me over here. None other than Suren Naidoo, who is the Vice President of International Presales at OpenText. You opened the conference, and I loved your presentation because really what it's highlighted for me was that this rapid space and this rapid place and this rapid pace of innovation and how quickly it's happening and how businesses, I get a sense, some of them struggling to kind of, find their foot in this rapidly changing digital environment.
Yeah, I think, Aki, the important thing for most organizations today is there are people who don't want to be bleeding edge, but they want to be cutting edge. So some people hold back a little bit and then do the leapfrog forward. Yes. But I think it's important to contextualize that sometimes the leapfrog is actually a much easier jump to make than to follow the whole trajectory that everybody else has done.
No doubt. And I must say that the theme of artificial intelligence has been really at the top of every conversation. Not that AI is anything new, it's been around for a long time and OpenText has used it in various means, but this is the year that's really been accelerated by the likes of ChatGPT, etc., etc. But you highlighted how important it's going to be for businesses going forward.
Absolutely, because I think when we look back fundamentally, most businesses were so fixated in bringing in disparate data together, getting the data into a structured format. Today, business is about insight, right? Your advantage to market is how quickly you can get the insight on your customer, the market you operate in, your competitors. So these are the kind of things that are driving industries today to want to use AI, especially generative AI. I think when we're starting to look about machine learning, it's about removing the complexity and deploying your human capital in the right places. Right?
Exactly, and I think it's one of those things that, businesses and leaders have to take an open-minded approach to technology. You cannot sit back and do business like the way you did business pre-COVID,
Absolutely.
or even 5 years ago, or even 8 years ago. The game has changed. And you also touched on the importance of cloud and that infrastructure in giving businesses the competitive edge.
Yeah, absolutely. So, if I look at South Africa as a good example, for me, cloud should be a natural thought process, given the challenges people have in country around load shedding, inability to operate their businesses in a way that they did. So why should they be incurring those expenses of gaining those insights when companies like OpenText are already providing that sort of infrastructure that allows you to stand up your business and focus on your business while we focus helping drive your innovation?
Now listen, OpenText is doing some very, very exciting things. That you touched on how AI is embedded in so many of the different processes going forward. But your message for me was OpenText is here. We're here to do business. We're here to make your business successful. Come and join us on the ride, because this is where the future is.
Absolutely, because it's all about partnership, right? I think nobody today can say, I'm doing this on my own. It's making sure that you have the right partners to take you along your journey, who understand your challenges and how to deal with it. And especially, we're a global organization, so we've seen the problem somewhere else. So why do you need to go and reinvent the wheel when we've done it already? So it's the quickest way to get your business up and running and be successful.
Now I see that you represent many markets. You travel quite a bit. You look after Asia Pacific, Latin America, some of the emerging markets. Yes. How does South Africa compare to other countries? Where are we on that maturity curve when it comes to innovation and technology?
I think, Aki, if I can dial it down to the simplest format, when an iPhone is launched in the UK or APAC, it's launched in South Africa. Yes. The same technology stacks are launched everywhere. So I think you're at the cusp of technology, but you have the advantage of the wait, see, and then adopt, right? And I think we have a wealth of innovation here because South Africans are creative and resilient by nature. Yes. Right? And they're looking for creative ways to solve problems. So that creativity, positioned with the right partnership, it's only a road for success.
Yeah, and Suren and I were in the audience when Miles Kubeka delivered his accelerator, the Wakanda accelerator. You talk about innovation and how we're innovating with food, and I think that you're spot on in what you said, is South Africans are very innovative by nature. We come up with solutions, and we adapt very easily, I must tell you. And that's one thing you discussed as well, is that, you know, despite the things like load shedding and, you know, the issues that we face in our country, we really are, we bounce back very quickly and we find a solution to all of these problems, and it works.
Absolutely. I mean, my session today was a good example. There was load shedding right smack bang in the middle.
Yeah, exactly.
But nothing stopped.
You just paused, and a few seconds later it was
everything
there.
carried on. So
if it was in the UK,
yeah, I think I have a problem. Yeah,
there would have been panic. Absolutely. But it's brilliant. That was a great example, and it wasn't set up, by the way, that there was load shedding in the middle of your presentation, because it just went dark for a few seconds, which was brilliant. Yeah. Thank you very much, Suren.
My pleasure.
Pleasure talking to you, Suren Naidoo, Vice President of International Presales at OpenText, sharing us his optimism and looking at how OpenText can help your business achieve those targets, and really leave the heavy lifting stuff for these guys to do and focus on doing your business and innovating within your organization. Thank you for joining us.